Welcome back to Jamar James, the business of wealth, redefining what wealth is. And today I wanted to address a topic that it comes across, it comes across the mastermind, it comes across my business, on a daily basis. A big part of wealth is the expectations that people have and that your business partners have, your relationships that they have. You know, as a coach that's been helping traders, get into the space of becoming profitable in trading, whether it's stocks or options, futures or crypto. One of the first things that I try to establish it is the management, the internal management of expectations. I used to like to always say that there's no there's no person or thing that can compete with your imagination. And a lot of times these expectations, um, you know, they're driven up or down based on what a person imagines. And so, just in the case of a trader, I've helped thousands of traders to become successful trading. But the first thing I've done for the traders that have lost, I've noticed a common theme, a common trend. Even in business, I've noticed a common trend that sometimes the business owners that lose, sometimes the traders that lose, they came in with misguided expectations. And misguided expectations is a killer of dreams, of uh, motivation, of resiliency. It inside of the trading space, there's so many get rich quick schemes, and you buy this indicator, and you know buy this super special course that's helped me figure out the matrix, and it sets the expectations up high for an individual that's getting into space. It sets the expectations up that all they have to do is buy this course, all they have to do is use this indicator, and they will become successful. And those expectations is the number one reasons they end up failing or blowing accounts or losing their money in the markets, is because you can sell the ideal of perfection, but in reality, the expectations, if they were managed, and you says, hey, look, you've been in this space for 1 week, 2 weeks. There's traders that's been in this space for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, that's been doing this on a daily basis, perfecting the craft, learning every day, growing. And you're coming in on week one thinking you're going to download all their knowledge and experience in 1 week, and you're going to be trading successfully in 3 weeks or in 4 weeks, and you don't know what you don't know. And so that is on the case of an individual trader. 80% of the traders, lose. It's a lot of traders out there. But then also there's environments where all the traders win. We've created that environment where traders are able to win. But the first thing we had to do is manage the expectations. We had to say, look, while you're going in, you can get lucky, but to be consistent, here's the expectation. You're going to put in a certain amount of hours a day. You're going to research. You're not going to just be able to wake up and know what to do automatically without putting in any time. It's the same thing with business owners, right? Most small businesses close within the first 12 months, is because the idea that they start a business, hey, I'm going to start this business, and they think from, in 2 months or 3 months, their business is going to be booming. They're going to be able to, scale up. And by the end of the year, no one thinks about their business failing, or a new business owner don't think that, hey, maybe I won't get any customers for 6 months, right? That's not the expectation. The expectation is that they're going to start this business. They pick this great location. They're going to get foot traffic, and all of a sudden their business is going to be booming, right? It's a rare occasion that that scenario plays out exactly that way, right? The other expectation is that, hey, no matter what happens, I'm going to do whatever it takes to become successful. Now that is an expectation that is not putting limits and not a imagination, because you don't know what it's going to take. But when a person decides that, hey, I'm going to do whatever it takes, no matter what it takes to become successful, they're determined, and they're not putting they're not putting a box around what it's going to take, right? Some guys say, hey, I'm going to put in an hour a day, and I'm going to, give it a few months, and by then I should be good, right? They say by then I should be XYZ. By then I should be, on my way. When in reality, as a business owner, as a trader, is that, hey, I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to be resourceful. I'm going to be flexible. I'm going to be an alchemist. I'm going to take every negative situation and I'm going to grow from it. It is just a different mindset when it comes to expectations. Same thing with a relationship. When you say for better or for worse, right? People say that in their marriage vows, but then when it gets worse, they forget about the forever part. So even in relationships, the expectation is that, hey, we're going to do whatever it takes to stay together, right? We're going to do whatever it takes to make it an enjoyable experience, and we're going to thrive and survive and thrive. We're gonna put these intangibles together where we're not only going to survive during chaos, we're also going to thrive during chaos, right? It's the expectations that we're going to take on similar mindsets. So, for me, being a inside of trading and saying I want to redefine what wealth is, a wealthy expectation is that no matter what happens, we're going to take care of one another. We're going to, be good business partners. We're going to do the things that is required to make the company profitable, right? We're going to take on these intangibles that, the expectation is going to set a framework, but we're going to manage them and we're going to adjust them and we're going to be resourceful when it comes to the expectations. So the message that I wanted to share overall is that if you have a wealthy expectation that we're going to succeed and we're going to do whatever it takes to make it work, right? And we're going to do it for as long as it takes, right? We've committed to, we can commit to the process where, yeah, the expectation should be success or it should be the end point. But if it's not, we're going to make the right adjustments to ensure that, we're not going to give up, right? And so the expectation is, are we together? Are we together in the business? Are we together in the relationship? Are we together in trading? The expectation is that we all want the success at the end, but we may have to adjust in how fast, how long. We may have to adjust in the limits of what do we want to accomplish and how. So on that note, on redefining wealth, the business of wealth with Jamar James, you guys can find me at jamarjamesmedia.com or jamarjames.io. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all under Jamar James. On that note, see you next time.